Julia Patman. We finally have a background, even though the top half literally looks awful, but it's better than a white background. And we're repping the 2010s makeup today because I currently don't have any makeup in the house apart from really old makeup. So, ooh, at least we haven't got foundation lips though. So today we're going to do a bit of a different one. We're going to do the Darwin Awards. So if you don't know what the Darwin Awards are, they're basically unusual and silly ways to pass away. Or as Google likes to put it, one of the international honours awarded to people who supposedly helped to improve the human gene pool by removing themselves from it in a spectacularly stupid manner. So our first one, we're going to start with a quick one, just purely because there's not many sources on this. So usually after the summer holidays, people are pretty skint because they've been going out to drink, they've been going out for fun, parties, buying presents for everybody, you have lots of things on. But when it comes to New Year's, usually people have plans, maybe you might want to stay in. Usually people like to look at the fireworks, things like that. I mean, I've been skint most of my life. Yeah, most of my life. And I mean, I'm happy to say that I've never got to this point where I've thought, do you know what, I'm really skint actually, I might just try and make my own fireworks. So a man on New Year's Eve decided that it would be a good idea to save some money and make himself his own fireworks. And his way of doing this is by buying a grenade. Don't ask me where he's got a grenade from because I literally just don't understand where you can just purchase a grenade from. Amazon, they do quite a lot of good stuff. So this man decides to get this grenade, cut it open, get the gunpowder. However, as strange as that is, it doesn't stop there. He tries to cut open the grenade, as I'm sure if you try to do it with a kitchen knife, that would probably be quite hard. So what he decides to do is get a chainsaw, a live chainsaw, plug that bad boy in, cut that open, and it obviously causes the grenade to explode. He exploded with it as well, so kaboom, baby. I literally just don't understand either, like who in there, he's not even in his right mind, who actually just thinks, oh, I'm going to make my own fireworks and yeah, I'm just going to cut a blooming grenade in half and do it with a chainsaw. Like, what is actually wrong with you? Like, there must be something wrong with you. Like, our species is actually so dumb, like it's actually a joke. Like to the point where you've got to have like bleach bottles, you've got to have on bleach, don't drink. Don't. Do you reckon the grenade comes with like a bloody fine print saying, oh, by the way, don't cut this open with a chainsaw, try not to get the remains in it, try not to get everything that's inside it because it could explode. What? Who even decided to even make grenades? Like, that is such a weird like concept if you think about it. Like, who thought, let's make a ball that will just explode? Am I the only one that remembers as well that during COVID, Donald Trump was like, didn't he tell people to like drink bleach or like inject bleach?
And then I see the disinfectant where it knocks it out in a minute, 1 minute. And is there a way we can do something like that by injection inside or...
What the hell, man? Why was that guy president? I don't understand why they got Joe Biden as well, but anyway, that's a different story. That is for a different time, and I'm not going to get into politics because I don't know anything. All I know is... No, I'm not getting into it. So the moral of that story is basically, if you want to go watch fireworks, go pay a ticket to go see some, or go watch it on TV like everyone else. Which I don't think anyone actually even bothers to watch it. I think they just leave it on in the background. Search it on YouTube, just watch it like that. You don't have to. Get a sparkler. There you go. There's your entertainment, darling. Just stay safe out there, kids. It's not really that exciting. Not worth your life. So with TikTok, you see a lot of different ages on there. Usually it's teenagers and above. However, you do sometimes see children on there, which isn't very good considering that it can be quite corrupt to their brains. I mean, there's celebrities such as the Kardashians. One of their children is actually on TikTok. She's literally only about 8-9 years old, which isn't very good, especially if you're that young and you've got all of these people all over the world that know you. You don't know what they're saying to your children. It's just not good. You need to just keep children away from that kind of thing. I mean, their mind is growing, and I think it's just going to make them have a mind of being insecure and opening them up to all of these different horrible aspects. TikTok requires children to be aged 13 and over to have the app. However, in 2019, they agreed to pay $5.7 million to settle charges from the FTC, which is the Federal Trade Commission. that allowed users under the age of 13 to sign up without parents' permission. Now, they do have a section where parents can have a sort of parental control, so they can sort of see what their children are looking at, things like that. And kajams, things like that, yeah. I feel like she literally had, like, someone picked that out from an interview, and then she did another interview where she had, like, that, do you know when she had that, like, costume like that, and then, what I keep saying, like that, like that, like that. But yeah, no, she had a costume like that, and then, like, on the interview, she was just going, yeah, like, elongating it, and it's just like, why are you trying to, you want someone to cut that out, so that could be another thing for you? You had your 15 minutes, baby, with the A. Just have it now.
I mean, it looks like it. I know.
Looks like it. Okay, I was completely wrong. She didn't go, yeah. She goes, it looks like it. But yeah, anyway, right. We're getting off topic, baby. So the parental controls just basically determine on how much the children can watch. It's just basically like a time limit. I don't actually think it allows them to sort of tell them what they can and cannot watch. But I mean, that would be handy because then at least you can go on someone like, I don't know, Andrew Tate and just completely block him because he's just an absolute abomination to the human race. So with TikTok, as many of you may know how it works, but I'll just explain to the people who might not know. So you have a list of videos that is just basically an infinity of videos that never stops, and it's basically an algorithm of what TikTok believes that you would like. So personally, mine would be about murder, conspiracy theories, funny stuff, and then it'll be mixed in with like random spiritual stuff because I love my crystals, baby, and manifesting. Ooh. So basically with the algorithm, you don't actually get to choose what goes on, it's what TikTok thinks that you would like. And the bad thing with this is as well that some children have things on their algorithms that they won't really know much about, they'll just be copying the trends. For example, teenagers could be putting something on the algorithm and they could be saying, oh, this is funny, this is cool, do this, yada yada yada, which is very dangerous because, I mean, it's a moulding mind they've got. So the trend in question is basically called the blackout challenge, and it's where you use anything from belts, purses, shoestrings to choke yourself and basically see how long you can stay conscious for. But a lot of people would actually pass out. And I mean, in a lot of these cases, a lot of these children were unalived and a lot just injured. I mean, I think it'd be enough to injure anybody. Why would you even do that? It's disgusting. So unfortunately, there were 7 children who have been reported as passing away due to this challenge, and all of them were under the age of 15, which is really, really sad. I mean, even with some video platforms, there was that whole sort of video of that cartoon lady, and what it would show was sort of children-friendly cartoons, and then afterwards it would just cut away to a little cartoon woman called Momo. I think it was in Momo? Pretty sure it was Momo. And she was bloody scary. Like, I'm 23 and that actually terrified me. To be fair, I think I was like 21 at the time, but still freaks me out now. And I can't even watch stuff like Nightmare Before Christmas because, I can watch Paranormal Activity in that, but no, not Nightmare Before Christmas. It just scares me. I don't like the boogeyman in it. And I don't like the geezer in a wheelchair. He literally scares me. I don't know, like, he is in my nightmares. So just out of respect, I won't actually be naming the children, but I will be letting you know on their ages and where they're from. So 3 children from the USA, 2 of them were aged 12 and 1 10, another 10-year-old who was from Italy, and the last lawsuit was from a 14-year-old from Australia. So thankfully, TikTok has actually now banned the trend, and if you try and search it up, it just comes up with this sort of message saying you can't go on there anymore, which is good. I think the scariest part about that is the fact that these children didn't even search this, and it just came up on their algorithm. Just goes to show you how dangerous things like that can actually be. Just stick their program on, just stick a DVD on, because at least you know that way what they're watching. Just get them a friggin' book. So I'm sure when we all go on a night out, we have always got that one friend that's like, shots everybody, they bring their tray shots, and everyone else is just like, oh, mate, no, I've got work in the morning, no, I've got work in 3 days time, I can't be doing this. I used to be the shots person, used to bring everything over, and now I just want to be in bed, don't want to be out, just think, oh, it's too much money, go away, bye. But then when I am on one, I'm like, woo, bring over the tequila rose, baby, because I'm basic B and I can only really drink stuff like milk now. I can't have strong drinks because I can't hack it anymore. I used to do these blooming house parties and gatherings where I just used to down like any booze that was given to me. Like, mate, you name it, blooming vodka straight, bourbon, whiskey, tequila, sours, even though sours isn't even that bad. But literally, like anything, you give it to me, I'll down it. Now I'm just like, I can't have sambuca because it makes me want to cry, it makes me feel sick. But anyway, you've got that friend that comes over with the tray of shots. They're like, shots, baby. And you've got the tequila rose, which I absolutely love. Sambuca, which actually makes me feel sick. Tequila makes me feel sick.
I feel sick like I could throw up.
You've got the good old Jägermeister, which I'm pretty sure I don't really know many people that don't like Jägermeister. It's pretty easy, just because you do have the Red Bull with it. However, I do have to have the whole can of Red Bull because I'm such a wimp now in my old ripe age of 23. So a gentleman in South Africa was out on the lads, basically. He entered a competition. The competition was to drink a whole bottle of Jägermeister, and he would win some money for it. So he would win 200 rands, which in American dollars, it's equivalent to $11.76, or in Great British pound, it's £9.96. So it's basically a tenner to down this whole bottle of Jägermeister, which don't sound like it. I mean, if you wanted to get drunk, yeah, fair play, but nah. I wouldn't do that for a tenner. I don't think I'd do that for it. I couldn't do it anyway, so no point in placing that bet on me. But I suppose it's probably like, what, 30 quid for a bottle of Jägermeister, so I don't know. So the competition, he had to drink this in under 2 minutes. So what happened is he drank this bottle of Jägermeister. I will link a video below. I've already shown a picture, but I will link a video below. It is literally just him drinking from the bottle. It doesn't actually show him collapsing, thanks God, because I don't actually know who would want to see that unless you're a little bit in the head. But yeah, he collapsed immediately. The sun's gone in, I don't know where it's gone. He collapsed immediately, and then they took him to a local clinic where he actually passed away, unfortunately. So it's very sad, a guy in his 20s doing that and just passing away that quickly. I guess he won the competition. Don't know where his money would have gone, probably to his family. So in 1998, a man from Houston would get quite jealous of all of his neighbours because they'd all have swimming pools and it would be really hot in the summer. So he thought, what I'm going to do, I'm going to hire a private contractor, an independent contractor, and get a swimming pool built. So he got an above ground swimming pool. He chose where to have this located in his garden, or as Americans call it, a yard. I'm going to have a swimming pool in the yard and chill out and have some bevies. So yeah, he had that in his yard. He made a point of looking around and said to the contractor, wow, like, you've done an excellent job. I can't fault it. It's amazing.
Oh my God! Wow! Oh my God!
So a couple of weeks roll around and he decides, right, let's have my friends over for the 4th of July. Let's have a couple of alcoholic beverages and we'll do some swimming and dipping in the pool. He thought that after a few drinks, it'd be quite a funny idea to climb on the patio roof and actually dive into his above ground swimming pool. Now, I don't know if you know much about pools. I didn't actually really know the height of them till I read this article, and it basically said that most above ground swimming pools are around 4 foot. This man was 6 foot, so diving head first is not really going to go well. So he dives in and naturally his head hits the ground of the swimming pool, he breaks his neck and his legs and feet are sticking out of the pool. The family did actually try to sue the contractor, just saying that it was faulty materials, the location was rubbish, things like that. So they tried to sue him on faulty installation and a inappropriate location, things like that, even though he chose the location, and he also did actually say to the contractor, this is all excellent, oh my God, I love it. In the end, they just ended up putting it through as a wrongful death, just purely because, it was his fault, not the contractor. The best thing is, ideally, if you're 6 foot and the water's coming up to here on you, probably not a good idea to dive in unless you're maybe belly flopping, or just not at all. Just don't do it at all, and you'll be sweet. So what have we learnt today? We've learnt that drinking can lead to deadly things. Letting your children just look at what they want could also lead to deadly things. Just touching anything explosive can lead to deadly things. You are literally best to just leave yourself in the house, lock the door, don't turn anything on, just sit there in silence and it'll be fine. So yeah, or just don't be stupid. Just actually have common sense. To be honest, I feel as though the way I'm going, I'm definitely going to have a Darwin Awards death because I am not the brightest bulb in the pack. Or is it brightest bulb in the bunch? I don't know. Yes. So anyway, that's the end of our Darwin Awards. I hope you enjoyed today. Please let me know if you want me to do another one. I think I will be doing another Darwin Awards as, I mean, I do like serious stuff, but I think the kind of person I am, I do like to see the humour in a lot of things. So, I mean, even though it's very sad, it's quite funny as well. I find it quite funny as well, considering that all of the Darwin Awards that I read into are literally men. Like, men, no wonder men die before women, because they just make silly decisions like this. Not all of them. I have found some women ones, so next time maybe I ought to do it or to dig out some women ones. So we'll look into that next time. So I hope you enjoyed today. Please comment, subscribe, like, tell me what you think. But yeah, I hope you enjoy it. I hope to see you back again, and hopefully I'll post more often. But I barely get the time because I'm a busy gal. I've got a job. I've got 2 dogs to look after. I've got a house to look after. I've got a car to kind of look after. So if you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, comment, tell me what you liked, and have a lovely day. He's done an excellent job. Can't pour that. I don't know what I'm saying. Help. It's, where's the car? It's on the west. I can't speak. Country boy, I love you. Boosh, baby. The grenade.